good day, everyone. Today, we are going to begin our course English Communication for Tech World, and this is the first lecture. We will understand a very important concept, which is communication. Before learning advanced communication skills, presentations, or professional writing, it is essential to first understand what actually communication means and how it works. So, let us start with a simple question, which is what is communication? So, communication is the process of exchanging ideas, information, thoughts, or feelings between two or more than two people in order to create understanding and meaning. In simple words, communication means sending and receiving messages to share thoughts, ideas, or emotions with others. Every day, in many different ways, we communicate. When we talk to our friends, send a message on WhatsApp, write an email, explain an idea in class, or even when we smile at someone, we are communicating. So, communication is not limited only to speaking, it includes many different forms of interaction between people. Communication is extremely important in every field of life, but it becomes even more important in the technology and professional world. Engineers, programmers, IT professionals, and researchers not only need technical knowledge, but they also need the ability to explain their ideas clearly to others. For example, a software developer may design a build a brilliant application, but if they cannot explain their idea to their team, manager, or client, the project may fail. Therefore, communication is a key professional skill. Now, let's understand something very important, which is communication is not a single act, it is a process. A process means it involves several steps or components working together. There are five main elements of communication. The first one is the sender. The sender is the person who creates or sends the message. In other words, the sender is the person who wants to share information. For example, imagine a teacher telling students to submit their assignments before Friday. In this situation, the teacher is the sender because teacher is delivering the message. The second element is the message. The message is the information, idea, or thought that the sender wants to communicate. Continuing the previous example, the message could be please submit your assignment before Friday. The message can be simple or complex depending on the situation. In tech world, messages often include instructions, technical explanations, or project updates. The third element is the channel. The channel is the medium or method used to send the message from the sender to the receiver. There are many different communication channels such as spoken words, phone calls, emails, text messages, online meetings, and even written reports. For example, a manager may communicate with their team through email, Zoom meetings, or project management tools. In modern workplace, choosing the correct channel is very important. Sometimes a quick message is enough, but sometimes a formal email or meeting is required. The fourth element is the receiver. The receiver is the person who receives and interprets the message. In our earlier example, the student who read or heard the instruction before submitting the assignments are the receivers. However, communication is successful only when the receiver understands the message correctly. Sometimes misunderstanding happens when the receiver interprets the message differently from what the sender intended. This is why clear communication is very important. The fifth element is feedback. Feedback is the response given by the receiver after receiving the message. For example, a student might reply to the teacher by saying, "Okay, I'll submit my assignment before Friday." This response confirms that the message was received and understood. Feedback is extremely important because it tells the sender where the communication was successful or not. Without feedback, communication becomes incomplete. There is also another factor that can affect communication, and that is called noise. Noise does not mean loud sound. In communication, noise refers to anything that distorts, interrupts, or blocks the messages. For example, poor internet connection during an online meeting can be a noise. Unclear pronunciation, background sounds, or even misunderstanding of language can also act as noise. In professional communication, professional environment, reducing noise is very important so the message are delivered clearly and effectively. Now that we have understand the elements of communication, let's move on to the types of communication. Before moving on towards the type of communication, here is a pictorial representation of all the elements of the communication: how the message is sent, how the message is received, the channel, and everything. So this is a pictorial representation of a communication, which is actually a process. So we were talking about types of communication. There are three main types of communication that we commonly use. The first type is the verbal communication. Verbal communication involves the use of spoken or written words to convey a message. For example, conversations, phone calls, presentations, emails, reports, and text messages. In tech industry, verbal communication is used in many situations, such as explaining a project to colleagues, discussing ideas in meetings, writing documentation, or communicating with clients. Clear verbal communication helps team work more efficiently and reduces misunderstandings. The second type is non-verbal communication. So the non-verbal communication does not use words. Instead, it involves body language, facial expressions, gestures, eye contact, and tone of voice. For example, when someone smiles, nods their head, or shows excitement through their facial expression, they are communicating non-verbally. Even silence can sometimes communicate meaning. In professional setting, non-verbal communication is very powerful. For example, confident posture during a presentation can make a speaker appear more professional and trustworthy. Similarly, poor body language can sometimes send negative signals even if the words are correct. So, the third type is visual communication. Visual communication uses images, symbols, diagrams, charts, graphs, or infographics to convey information. In the technology field, visual communication is extremely common. For example, software developers often use flowcharts, system diagrams, and data visualization to explain complex ideas. These visuals help people understand information quickly and clearly. Sometimes a single diagram can explain something that might take many paragraphs of text. So, visual communication plays a very important role in technical communication. To summarize our today's lecture, communication is the process of exchanging information, ideas, or feelings between between people to create understanding. So communication involves several key elements which we have just discussed, which include sender, message, channel, receiver, feedback, and noise. We have also learned that communication can occur in different forms, like you can see on your screen, like such as verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and visual communication. So understanding these basic concepts is the foundation of effective communication, especially in the modern tech world. In the upcoming lecture, we will explore how communication skills can be improved, how professional communication in technical environment, and how you can become a more confident and effective communicator. Thank you, and I look forward to continue this journey of learning communication with you in the next lecture.